Okay guys, it's minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit. It is freezing out here, and I'm just gonna go check. I need some celery for some stuffing I'm gonna make this weekend because I'm gonna dehydrate it. Just wanna see how the celery's doing at minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit in the greenhouse. So inside the greenhouse today, guys, it is 55 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's pretty good. It's minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit outside and 55 degrees on the inside. I have to sit here and calculate between Celsius and Fahrenheit, but that's doing pretty good. So I'm just gonna go take a quick peek at my celery and see if it lasted overnight. There's my celery patch, guys. So I'm still able to pick fresh celery at 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, mind you, once the temperature goes down, of course, overnight, so for example, it's minus 20 degrees Celsius here, so that is minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit for you guys. So normally the celery would be dead in regular conditions. However, it actually really likes it here. So I'm just gonna be clipping some actually to dehydrate so that I can throw it into my stuffing this weekend. Here's some green tomatoes that have actually fallen off the last of the tomato stems that I've got going on here. So they're still fresh, they're still viable, so I'll be making a little bit of relish this weekend too to go with everything else. I have one tomato plant left, and look at this. It's minus 4 Fahrenheit outside, and I'm still getting ripening tomatoes on the one last bush. Wow. And it just keeps going. I came here for celery, and I'm ending up by picking up tomatoes that have fallen off of a bush that I haven't had an opportunity to pick out yet. Crazy. Let's pick some of the celery. Yes, the celery is still alive and viable. And all I'm gonna do is just chop it into small little bits and basically dehydrate it and throw some of this into, like I said, my stuffing for the weekend, but I'm also gonna use it for tonight's chicken soup that I'm making. Oh, it smells really good. So as you can see, celery is actually quite hardy in a greenhouse. It does really well. How beautiful the leaves are. Oh, let's get this piece that I left out. Now this is, like I said, in this zone, this is actually really good. We never, really can garden past probably about the beginning of September here if you're gardening outside. So to be able to grow fresh herbs and fresh, celeries and things like that inside is pretty good. Ooh, it smells so good. And then the other thing I want to take a look at, so that's basically, this is my celery, and these are all the final tomatoes that I got. Now there are some reddening. I'm probably going to make a nice sort of hamburger relish for the weekend and probably do some canning. So that's what I have so far. I don't really need any more celery than that, but I'm just gonna go peek over at the oregano because I might need some of that. Now this is where my blueberry tomatoes were, so we got some work to do in here, and I'll be able to come in here during the daytime and sort of scoop out all the additional tomatoes, but I've got a very hardy oregano patch here that I can pick or cut. That smells so good. So my oregano patch is still doing really great. And usually with oregano, this will come back again next year once it officially dies off for the winter. But I'm able to at least still pick, like I said, fresh herbs, fresh celeries, things like that, whereas I wouldn't be able to do that without a greenhouse. So this patch is huge. I'm thinking maybe some fresh spaghetti this week too. But first, turkey, right guys? What's everybody having for their Thanksgiving dinner? Why don't you email me and let me know? I'm actually curious. I've already had mine, but normally I find an excuse to actually do another turkey this weekend so that then I can make soups and bone broth. Oh, lost one. Oh, this smells so good. There we go. So, I just wanted to come out and grab a handful of oregano, and I'll show you what we scored for our stuff. So just when you thought the gardening was over, right guys? So I have a whole handful of tomatoes, or a couple of handfuls of tomatoes that I have to process still. And they were starting to redden, a couple of them. And I have some celery that I'm going to be chopping up and throwing into the turkey, and oregano, which can come in handy for so many things. And if you want to do it sort of quickly, you can actually put the oregano in the microwave for 35 seconds and it will dry it out if you need to use it in super hurry. And it'll slide right off of the stem and you can throw it in any of your recipes that you're using. So actually, it's an old trick to use if you're in a hurry. So anyways, guys, that's what we have today. This is fantastic that I'm still able to garden and I'm picking fresh celery. So I'm not out of the game yet, guys. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Thumbs up if you like the video and that I'm, hey, still able to harvest. And see you soon.